Alright, what's up guys? Kita lanjutin nih. Ada apa, suster?
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
Sorry. There's nothing here.
Some of the patients won't last the night without them. Honestly, sir, I'm beside myself.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Oke guys, recap sedikit ya. Kenapa Jonathan, kenapa kita kalau udah di sini gitu. Jadi sebelumnya memang gue udah ngerekam, tapi ternyata hasil videonya itu nggak keluar. Oh, bisa kesini. Oke.
Skal voices in the garden.
Oh.
I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Oh ya, dan satu lagi, William Bishop itu ternyata dia adalah skal. Kayak apa namanya, jenis vampire lain gitu loh. Dan kita udah berhasil ngebunuh dia. Kelemahannya jarak dekat sama serangan shadow. Halo. Come here bro. Nah ini nih skal nih kayak gini. Jadi kayak zombie gitu. Nggak sempurna lah jadinya. Oh, dia juga udah jadi vampire. Aduh, sedikit lagi. Hey bro. Gigit balas gigit. Oke, kita disuruh ke kamar mayat lama ya. Kayak ruangan yang udah lama ditinggalin gitu. Kita ada di selatan. Find useful medicinal ingredients in the old morgue. Kita disuruh cari 3 barang nih. Shotgun shell. Aduh, sip lah. Ada satu tuh.
It's locked.
It's locked. A new serious investigation is available. Press option button to open the local investigation. Serious citizen investigation. Can start a serious blah blah blah. Alright. Find out the cause of death. Oke, ini social matrixnya ya. Cari tahu siapa yang kegigit dia mungkin or something. The local investigation. I have read the report of Dr. Tippett concerning the death of Samuel Connor. Oke, yang mati ini Samuel Connor namanya. I'm not quite convinced right now. Perhaps I should conduct my own investigation to determine the patient's real cause of death. Siapa ini yang nulis? Dan kita masih cari Dr. Tippett mungkin kalau masih hidup. Caucasoid, umur 39, pekerjaannya pemancing, cari ikan. Fast progressing pneumonia, serem banget ya, nyerang paru-paru langsung.
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this.
Oke, kita fokus dulu nyari barang-barang ya. Ada di atas ya. Ke atas dulu.
Balls of Mars, fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
Ini yang tadi ya. Zondo. Ini kali ya. Dibuncin dia. Sedikit kali ya kita ya. Kayaknya dia baru bisa diserang kalau habis apa gitu. Baru bisa digigit maksudnya.
These skals can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting. Sodium hypochlorite. Dangerous to administer, but efficient in the proper dosage.
Oke, by the way kita nggak bisa ini ya, kayak punya sense of item gitu loh. Biar kita bisa nemuin item kalau pakai mode detektif gini nih. Jadi kita bener-bener mesti ngedeketin sendiri satu-satu tuh barangnya. Cari yang mengkilap-mengkilap gitu kan. Piratic Cause of Death. So, progress call. Oh, ada ya? Pokoknya dia bisa digigit kalau habis lompat kayaknya. Enggak ada yang. Bro. Tuh kan. Banyak ini. Tadi ada lari-larian ya? Tuh. Jadi kita baru bisa pakai skill kalau kita punya mana gitu, mananya itu berdarah. Rese ini orang. Oke, sekarang kita tunggu dulu. Apa ini? Main questnya mana sih?
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
Disease decrease the blood quality of the citizen. Use the cognition to heal them. Okay. Speak to the patient in the room behind the room to check his medical status. Oke, jadi kalau ada orang yang misalnya sakit, terus kita kasih medicine, itu bakal nyembuhin dia. Di saat yang sama, blood quality-nya akan meningkat. Jadi kalau kita gigit dia, jadi kita dapat experience-nya makin besar gitu. Tapi saat yang sama kita mesti pilih-pilih orang juga gitu. Karena kayaknya sih bakal mempengaruhi jalan cerita tuh kalau kita ngegigit warga-warga sipil biasa gitu kan. So, right in the hospital. Let's see. Kita ngobrol sama dokter.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reid. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
2000. Kenal sama 2 orang.
Reid, yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard.
Ini apa nih? Intelligent part atau apa?
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swans's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Ngomong. Diremehin kita.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reid. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
They will not do good.
You are going to change your tone with me, my dear colleague, and very quickly.
I don't think so. Perhaps you think yourself protected by Dr. Swansea, but I am still a free man, and I will speak to you the way I want.
Since your tenure in this hospital is longer than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
Oke, jadi Dokter Waverly ini kayak nggak suka sama Swansea karena yang tadi kita bilang si Dokter Swansea itu dokter, tapi dia kayak saintis juga, banyak eksperimen dan itu di kalangan dokter-dokter temennya itu nggak suka kalau Swansea itu lebih fokus ke eksperimen ketimbang nyembuhin orang. Oke, healthy. Mesmerize 4. Discover modern medicine method. 2 lagi nih, nggak ngerti silakan. Oke lah. Ini lagi London. Nope. Personal question.
I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reid, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
This is ridiculous. My blood transfusion technique saved many lives, and you know it.
You see? That is exactly what I hate about people like you. You avoid this kind of accusation instead of facing reality.
Oke, jadi si Dokter Reid ini kayak orang yang nemuin metode transfusi darah gitu, tapi dianggap itu nggak bagus lah metode itulah. Dan ini si Waverly ini nggak suka sama metode medis modern gitu.
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd. Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Dr. Reid, may I help you?
Kan belum nanya-nanya nih sama dia nih.
What can you tell me about our patients here at Pembroke?
This hospital was founded to help the East End poor and needy. But since the war and the quarantine, we've had all manner of folk.
Can you be more specific?
Well, veterans, the elderly, dock workers. We even have a few mental patients. If there's space, we take them.
What can you tell me about the epidemic, Nurse Crane? I've been out of touch since I've come back to England.
Everyday folk don't know how bad it is. The papers certainly won't tell them. Not as long as the war is raging on, anyway.
News on the front stated that the Spanish flu was under control, at least in Britain.
It seemed to be for a while, but that was only last summer. It returned with a vengeance just over a month ago.
What can you tell me about our patient?
This hospital was...
Can you be-
Well,
What can you tell
everyday...
news?
It seemed to...
Oke, sekarang
Oke, sekarang kita nanya ke personal question.
For how long have you been working here, Nurse Crane?
I first volunteered at the Pembroke in 1911, a few months after Dr. Swansea was appointed.
And before you
Dari
arrived
sebelum
here,
Perang Dunia Pertama dia udah
If you must know,
ini ya,
this was my first job.
udah kerja gitu di Pembroke.
well, Dr. Swansea certainly has confidence in your abilities. Are you in charge of the nursing staff?
Not in an official capacity, but the Pembroke doesn't always work above board, so to speak.
What about medical protocols?
Dr. Reid, we don't have the money and resources here at the Pembroke like they do in the West End. We do what we can.
How is the duty roster organized?
Everybody works until they can't. If there's time, they'll eat a meal and shed a silent tear.
Kita belum ngebuka nih hintnya nih. Ada petunjuk apa dari dia? Oke, mungkin nanti kali ya.
I'll see you later, nurse.
Seiring progres permainan kita akan ngebuka satu-satu. Yang penting kita masih sering-sering ngobrol sama orang kayaknya. Blood temptation. Mesmerize kita level, I don't know. Coba nanya sama dia.
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reid. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an
Oke, ini pro sama kita nih dia.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reid.
Oke, dia 2000 experience, mesmerize-nya 4, kita 1.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reid. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
Oke, kita balik dulu deh. I don't wanna waste your time.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Call to Edgar Swansea. Kita ke atas dulu. Kantornya si Swansea.
I cannot enter.
Please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, a
1000 loh.
hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
Belum ada ini nih. Gitu juga.
I'm a dead man. I was murdered. Now I'm a murderer. Tell me how this is a gift.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
It's not amusing.
But I'd rather you didn't speak so lightly about my condition. There is nothing I find amusing about this situation.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
Okay, Lady Ashbury, Council Hospital Benefactor. Ada di bawah nih. Oke guys, ini cewek yang dimaksud ya, yang kita nguping ada suara dia. Nah dia ini.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough.
Dan dia adalah vampire ya, she's a vampire too.
You're one of the kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet lady of mercy.
Good evening, Dr. Reid. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a the lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
Apologies. You've taken me by surprise. I'm very happy to see you.
The pleasure is mine, Doctor.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Have any of the patients given you trouble?
These poor souls have so little left to live for. I do my best to ease their pain.
Pasiennya digigit sama dia.
The world would be a better place if it were cared for by women like you.
You make me blush. I am simply a necessary evil.
Pardon my boldness, Your Ladyship, but I have questions concerning this condition we share.
As a newborn, your hunger for answers is rivaled only by your thirst for blood. But the questions need wait.
I'm a scientist. My trade is in the deciphering of mysteries, and I need information to feed my mind.
I will gladly answer every question you have, but first, prove yourself capable of resolving my predicament without eating the culprit.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
Yang tahu dia vampire siapa?
What are your expectations?
Karena dia di blackmail gitu loh.
Please be precise.
As the newly appointed surgeon of this hospital, you are in an excellent position to ask innocent questions and deftly learn the identity of my blackmailer.
Who would be so foolish as to threaten you? A kindred spirit.
Even if it were the case, and I highly doubt it, a vampire would have asked for something more valuable than money. My suspicions lean toward a patient or their family.
If we're dealing with an ordinary criminal, surely you've the means to deal with it yourself, if I may.
Iya.
As
Betul.
immortal tradition doth dictate, all fangs and hypnotic eyes ablaze. The blood would run like a river. That's what I hope to avoid. Violence has a tendency to spiral out of control.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
Is it true?
Now aren't you the blunt one?
We both are afflicted with a thirst for blood, Lady Ashbury. That is our nature. By vocation, we also have a reason to visit the hospital. Logic dictates.
In all honesty, I'm not simply a patron to the hospital. My visits serve a dual purpose. Dr. Swansea has been treating my condition with a revolutionary technique of blood transfusion. It seems you are a specialist in the domain.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reid. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
Alright guys, emang kita harus banyak ngomong dulu ya, karena tujuan utamanya kan nyari culprit atau pelaku dari yang ngegigit kita gitu loh. So mungkin sampai di sini dulu video kita kali ini. Jangan lupa untuk terus pantau channel gue ya. Thanks for watching. I'm Sainang. Sampai jumpa di episode selanjutnya.